All right, what's up, everyone? It is Friday. It is we actually got a lot to dive into today. It is time to get offensive. What do you think about it, Jesse, when I say that?
What are you going to talk about?
It's not in the normal sense of just being offensive for being offensive sake. I'm talking about instead of being defensive, reactive, being offensive in our life. Because I mean, this is just something I'll start it off with this. Every time I feel like the whatever we want to call him, the devil, the evil one, Satan, whatever, the attack of the enemy, I always feel like I just recoil, and I think that if I just recoil and I just get in the fetal position, he'll leave me alone. But that's like the opposite of what reality is. He doesn't stop. He's not going to stop his attacking. And I think as Christians and just life in general, we should be on the offensive. That's the only way that we're going to defeat those who are against us. And you can take this to any aspect of life. I'm just saying, like, we got to change our perspective and just be completely going forward in everything we do. Because, and this is biblical, it says the gates of hell, or is that what it says? The gates of hell will not prevail. Like, Jesus said that the gates of hell will not prevail. But, and that is like Satan and his minions or whatever, they're the ones on the defense. They're the ones that are having gates. But as Christians and as just humanity in general, we are the ones that should be on the offense. So I'll start with that.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
What are you thinking?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it because like they know eventually they're going to be defeated, and so aren't they on the offensive though?
That I think. Well, they want to be. They want to be capturing souls and deluding people and deceiving people and keeping people, out of God's kingdom and keeping people in darkness. That's what they want to be doing. But I'm not even this. I mean, this big picture, that's what it is. That's the main thing. As Christians, as believers, we should be on the offensive, I think. Taking back God's turf, because we are behind enemy lines, and let's be taking back and just expanding God's kingdom. But this can apply to anything, what are you thinking, Jesse? I need to know.
Keep going. What else do you think?
So, I mean, go ahead, Bonnie. If you can chime in.
Someone has said hi.
Who is it? Is it?
I don't know how to say it, just HIND78.
Cool. Well, hey, what's up? Oh, Jesse, you should have pulled yours up so you could see as well, just in case. But it'd probably just take forever. You trying to switch it up. Yeah, go ahead and just turn on that. I'm just saying, like, in general, like, all of life, we should be. If we got someone waving us down, what, Bonnie? We got our new Jamie. If you're familiar with Joe Rogan, we have a Jamie in the house, and her name is Bonnie. Go ahead, Bonnie. You can say so. They can hear you. They should be able to hear you.
Thank you for following the thing I just said. HIND78.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you.
If you have any more comments, let us know.
Yeah. And Bonnie, feel free. You can chime in and say stuff as well. But like in general, and just in life in general, I think if we are people that just sit back and let life pass us by, and let life hit us in the face, if we're not out there making moves, you can take this in a business sense. You can take this in any part of your life. Don't be like just a person that's just reactive but proactive. Mm-hmm. Keep going, Bonnie. You can just jump in and say whatever. Who you got?
And she said, "Well, that's my name."
Well, that's
nice
awesome.
Name.
Yeah, but if you can see him in front of you, you give him a shout out. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, okay, that reminded me. Don't just sit back. Okay, mm-hmm. So if I have a couple like good friends, they would say like about their kids that are kind of getting older, and they'll be like, "Well, I don't want to push, Jesus on them or religion on them. I want them to decide for themselves." It's like they don't. I don't know.
Like when they're young, or when they get. Oh, when they're young.
I mean, they're still living in their house. Multiple people have said that. They're just sitting back and like seeing
like their own
what
kids?
It takes. Yeah.
Like I don't know. What do you think about that?
I mean, you have to. I don't know. You got to present God to them, like. But maybe they're just not very strong in themselves, so they just don't know, or it's not a priority, I guess.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I mean,
you don't want to shove it down their throat, anybody's throat, but you got to present it, and it's like the most important decision of their life. You can't just let them Well, they'll decide if they go to church, or they'll decide if they want to. Like, you have to. I mean, you don't just let them decide to eat candy all the time. Or maybe you do. But
I mean, like, would these be people that like from like they were Christians when their kids got like were born Bonnie, when their kids were born, like or did they become Christians later in life? Like, because I mean, I would just think right off from the get go, like introducing Jesus to them, to your kids, and having just woven into every part of your life.
I don't know. I guess it's just not that all that important as a family or something, but just saying, I'm just gonna let them decide. Well, yeah, they're gonna decide, but like when they're little, you have to show them the right way.
Oh yeah,
you can't force them, you can't force them to make a decision for Jesus, but you can decide for them to show them the right way.
Are they kind of hesitant to like share Christ with their kids, or they just what? Or is it kind of like that the culture of today? Just you let them make their own choices, kind of thing.
I mean, that's how I get it. But.
And so we just don't want to be a person that's forcing it down their throat. That's what they kind of feel like.
I guess.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that is definitely like parents today are sometimes about like they don't even want to decide what their kid's gender is and let them decide.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're past that. I think we've moved past that. You know, I saw Elon Musk. He tweeted out from 4000 BC to 2020, we had two genders, and then from 2021 to 2024, there were, and he put like 72, and then it changed, and like, but now we're back to two genders because everything is flipped back. You know, everything is.
What?
I mean, just this like week. Like Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, they have come on board on like they're like reacting back to all the crazy wokeness and all that stuff that has been like our life for the last 4 years but they've removed tampons from the boys' bathrooms, and that's what people are up in arms against at Facebook.
Oh my God.
So they're kind of like together, like secretly, quietly forming a coalition to kind of go against the boss and the new kind of rules by just taking tampons out of the boys' bathrooms. I mean, I think we understand that's silly. I would say that's silly. Why it all by doing that is just allowing, it's perpetuating people being in a confused state. You know, what do you think about all that?
I just always want to just shy away almost from it, and just people are gonna think what they want to think. And I just gotta love them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, obviously,
no matter what anybody thinks, like they're just as valuable and in God's eyes as anybody else, you know.
100%. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, like, it's not to say anyone's ever better. Like, no one's on this planet is better than anyone else. You know, we know that, but just like we got to stand for truth. You know, you got to pick your battles. What's something to fight and die on, you know, like.
I mean, yeah, because a lot of things like, go ahead.
The same person said, I became a Christian a year ago, and after that, my life changed a lot, and I became happier.
Oh
my gosh. Wow. That's awesome. Well, praise God. That's awesome. Yeah. I know. I mean, for me, like it definitely, like it made my life better overall when I became a Christian, but like, that's not like how it always is for everybody. It can make it a lot more complicated and a lot harder in a lot of ways, you know,
especially where you were overseas, you know, like you could be, what would they do to you
if you're
not you, but like a Muslim in a Muslim family? If you converted to Christianity, what would they do?
Yeah, I mean, like in most parts of the world, like that. I mean, you would be basically sent to camps to get re-educated, re-indoctrinated. You know, I guess there is different extremists and extreme positions and places, and even where I was at, there was elements of that where it was that crazy, but then there was where a lot of people, it's just like in Christianity, some people are more fanatic about Christianity as opposed to other people, but in Islam, it can be life or death, you know. It's your own family would kill you. It's like or have your mind like sent somewhere so you learn the right way again, you know, kind of thing, so it's definitely, it's not like Christianity people we have freedom in that. You might get shunned depending on what part of Christianity you're in, by your family. So, I mean, but in different parts of the world, like I think in Sudan, Africa, where I was at, it wasn't as crazy as like maybe some of like other places. If you say you went into Saudi Arabia or something like that, like that would be like very conservative, Muslim and all that. Go ahead, Bonnie.
The person said true 100%.
It's
so after you became a Christian when you were in college, did the friends that you hang out with, like your frat, or did like, well, you left right after that. It was right the day before for the summer, right?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if anyone like rejected you because of your new beliefs.
Oh, no. I mean, no. And I remember just talking to people. I talked to people there that like were Christians like the whole time I was there, and just they like immediately thought like, wow, you sound really mature. And there was a weirdness. Like whenever I became a Christian, like I felt like I was really mature in a sense, like in knowledge wise, I was like, but then in a lot of things, I guess I wasn't, and like it was just a person that his dad's a pastor and everything like that. And he was very surprised on like just the way I was able to communicate and everything like that. And because my whole like perspective and everything changed, and my actions changed completely, and it definitely was different, for a lot of people. But yeah, but what do you think about being offensive, Jesse? Because
I do not like to be offensive.
Why not?
Oh wait, not like offensive, offensive.
So
going after
is it the same word we're talking about? It's the same word, but just a different meaning.
Yeah, when someone says that's offensive,
yeah, like
it means you're offended.
You're offended. Yeah.
That's not what you're talking about. You're talking about being on the offensive.
Being on the offense. Patrick Mahomes on the offense.
And what are we going after?
Well,
God, truth,
tearing down like the lies of the evil one. That people like the getting people out of darkness. Sharing the truth and light of Christ to everyone. But I mean, this doesn't have to. It's like, for me, it's primarily that. It's primarily about Christ. It's primarily about that. But like, in my psyche, my own mental, how I see the world and how I react to everything in life, how I live my life. If I am a person that just lets life hit me in the face and I'm not going out and doing it, I'm not going to be the strong person that I believe God has made me to be. I'm going to kind of just sit back and recoil and just take it as I get it, as opposed to making things happen. That's what I'm kind of getting at.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe from your perspective, like me saying, I know this isn't earth shattering, but like to me, it was a complete mind shift, because today, in most days, like I do feel like there's a cloud over me, and I feel just ostracized sometimes. I feel like, out of the cliques of everyone, everybody's got a clique, everybody's got, social people that they're around and who they hang with. And I'm kind of like on the outside in a lot of ways. And sometimes I can feel defeated as opposed to just like taking it and just going about my life. If I sit back and I just do that, I'm going to just spiral out of control and not, because it's going to turn out bad. And it's just like planting my feet down and saying, no, hell no, I'm fighting back. I'm going to fight against like the whatever it is in my life, whether it's just it could be depression for somebody. It could be just sadness. It was just feeling like crap, feeling like whatever it is, being just stressed out over work, stressed out over bills, stressed out over whatever. If I'm just going to just like take it and just kind of get defeated, I don't think that that's, as a person or as a human, we should be. We should be conquering. We should be, hunting. We should be like making things happen, like, and it applies in business and just in life in general, I think.
Yeah. I know, like, this is probably not the same thing, but like when like a kid is being bad, don't do that, because something has to fill that void of what they're going to do. So you say, let's go do this. And you do something else, So instead of just being sad, don't just say, don't be sad. Go do something you want to do or be productive. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You have to replace it with something else.
Yeah, exactly. You have to fill it. You can't some things are are too good to let go, and if you let go of them, you got to have something to that's going to be just as good or better. Otherwise, you're going to be just sucked back into whatever it is. Whether you're something that defeats you could be different than someone else. Video games could be something that like messes with you and just makes you feel worthless because you just get sucked into them and you can't do anything else or whatever. I mean, it's different for everyone, I mean, just maybe not even having the courage to go out and be social with other people, because you're scared because you don't want to open yourself up to anyone because you just know you feel like everybody's going to just not accept you. You feel, you know what I mean? And you just kind of
But that's action reality. That's the one thing that makes people accept you.
What is?
When you open up. Because then they're like, me too. If you're always like, you don't get to glimpse into my life at all and like, oh, I'm good, I'm okay, then that's how people are going to see you. If you open up and share about your life and stuff, they feel connected to you.
So what do you like? Because this is something I've struggled with. Like if you're like just having interaction with people, like or you're trying to develop friendships, develop just small talk. I don't even know. Should you be talking more about yourself or should you be talking about them? Should it be
them?
I agree with that, but then like you do also got to give some of yourself. Otherwise, they don't have anything to come back with. I guess it's different.
That's true. No, it's not all that different, boys and girls.
You don't know. I didn't say anything.
No.
I didn't say anything.
But yeah, you get someone else to open up first, and then if they're good conversationalists, they'll throw the ball back.
Conversationalists, like not everybody's that, and I'm definitely not that, like it's not easy sometimes, I can't stand small talk. I don't want to talk.
Well, that's not. See, what? I don't think you like to open up about yourself. Like, I want to tell everything. I want to say, oh, this person I just met, oh, my, whatever is wrong in my life. And that connects you instantly. And that's not small talk. Small talk is about the weather. How are you? I'm good. That's small talk. Problems in your life is being vulnerable.
And you never know. Well, I mean, guys, there's a lot of times don't want to like be vulnerable with people, they're
I think they do.
Bonnie, did you have something?
That same person said, I honestly sometimes have that feel that I'm unlucky in friendships.
Oh gosh, I could get on my box of soap and go forever about that. Oh my gosh, yeah, like just I feel
we're each other's friend.
Yeah, like I'm kind of like Bobby Boucher. I don't have the social skills, so I mean, it's different. Like, it's different for everyone, but like what? There's nothing better than having a good friend. That's what I mean. Even people that go to church, they're trying to. A lot of times they want community. They want to share life together with someone, and you don't want to just be a lone ranger Christian. You don't want to just be out there just doing your own thing, and people want a sense of belonging. They crave it. Everybody wants community, even though there's the whole introvert thing, but like even though I would say I'm an introvert in a lot of ways, I still long for and desire on my own terms. That's what it is. You want your and I think that's the mindset I need to get out of. I need to not have everything just be exactly perfect in the way I want it to be, and open up with other people, But what do you think, Jesse?
You open up to the world.
Huh? I know, and I want to like as much as I can, and as much as people will receive it, and I
think that you think that people think I think just you're thinking wrong.
I probably am.
You think people don't want to get to know you or something.
Oh, I mean, I definitely don't feel close to it like most people, I am on I feel like I'm on an island, even though I'm very I got family and everything like that, but like in a lot of ways I do feel like I'm on an island, and you do just crave, closeness with other people, but it's tough, and so maybe God's made me that way for a reason. Maybe I'm wired that way for a reason,
I mean, in our life, like, I mean, when would you have a friend? Like, I'm fortunate to have, a good friend. Well, many friends at work, because that's where I am a lot.
Yeah.
Normally, but.
And then you got your really close friends.
That from way back. But I mean, that's very far and few between. Like, I was just texting my friend a little bit ago, but like, and that's good. But rarely do we get together just because our lives are so busy. So it's not like you're going to go hang out with the guys all the time. Like, I know people say that. Oh, he's going out with the guys again or something.
But I think a lot of people do that though. It's
I know
a lot of people are just party holics,
But I think that's the extrovert. Extroverts like to relax with people. They get filled up being around people. Introverts, you and I, we relax alone.
I know, yeah, I do feel that because you get that where you lose energy when you're around other people. Like if I'm in a setting where like a bunch of people, I definitely like kind of close in, And I don't know, what do you all think? Are you a person that if you are the life of the party, or are you a person that you feel more comfortable starting the conversation and being there, but like
not participating,
to kind of just like, because it does take energy. It takes energy. A lot of people, you just have like only a certain amount of energy to
give.
Yeah, and then you run out of it. And some people have a lot more, and some people feed on energy, and they get more energy by being by people. They're like a nuclear rod that just gets charged up, when they're around other people.
Yeah, and like it's not like introverts can't have fun and go do those things and we're not just sitting in a corner sometimes, but it's exhausting. It's mentally exhausting. You can do those things, and like I think I'm kind of like that. Like some people, like I don't know. Some people say you're not an introvert. You're outgoing. You talk to people. Yeah, but then I want to go home and not see. We're definitely introverts right here.
I think most people, if you took a percentage, most people would say they're introverts. I'd say like rare, like even people that you think are the most outgoing, crazy people, like it seems like they were always like, I'm just really just forcing myself to do that. I'm really not like that. I'm more introvert than you would imagine. I don't know. That's just in different forums that I've been in, like where like kind of had a conference or a group setting or whatever, where you have to do those kind of games to get to know each other. And
that's the worst. And everyone I talk to hates the games.
Nobody likes those games.
Why must we do them?
I think they're icebreakers. That's what they are. They're icebreakers.
Who cares?
And because they want people kind of talking together, mingling, and
don't they know by now when we're talking to each other about how much we hate it? Maybe that's why they do it.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this again? I can't believe we're doing this again. Don't you hate it? Yeah, I hate it. Now we're best friends.
Oh yeah. And some people I'm envious of like some people. Some people just got it. They're just like they're able to just be Jay Leno, the life of the party, the host. The host with the most. And just like people just flock to, and people that are just like. And there's always things you wish you could be better, it's different for everyone, but
like, what do you think makes someone like, sounds stupid, be a good friend? I mean,
what do you think makes for?
I think just opening up to people. Like, I know you don't like to talk about like your like things that are, I don't know.
But even like people you're close to, like because guys and girls are just so different, they're so different, I mean, and that's like, I don't have that like really close relationship like maybe that certain guys have, but they don't, I wouldn't say open it up in the same way. It's different. You know what I mean? What do you think?
I feel the closest to my girlfriends when we talk about just hard, crappy things in our lives. And I'm like, and they're like, me too. And then, we can talk about it. Like, guys aren't like that. Are you afraid to tell? It seems like sometimes you're afraid to tell things that are going wrong in your life. Other people, you want to like you don't want to let people in and see that or something.
Yeah, you don't want to. A lot of times, show weakness.
Yeah, like
you don't want to show. You don't want to show like you want to make it seem like everything's okay and you can handle it. You don't want to like be vulnerable with another guy.
I think.
I don't know. Maybe
guys?
Is there any other guys? Maybe because I'm not in the loop in a lot of ways. So maybe I don't think they would see it as the same way as being vulnerable. Like maybe like they're just like
But, like-
talking things out, you know, like they don't care one way or the other
But it seems like
what their friend thinks.
if someone says, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" I'll be like, "I am devastated. I have to go back to work tomorrow," and da 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 da, and or something,
Mhm.
or our car just broke down, or it didn't. But like, I don't think you'd ever say that to anybody. Like,
Oh yeah,
how it's
a
really
lot of
going
times.
in your life. You're not gonna say something broke or just to, I don't know. You're like, if you say that's good.
Oh yeah. Like, because I mean, a lot of times whenever something happens, I'm like, I don't want you to tell anyone.
I know,
because I don't want to show weakness. I don't
But
want to
it's
show.
so-
I don't want to show like.
And then me, I want to tell everyone everything.
If it's gonna brighten someone's day by hearing something that I'm going through, maybe. But I don't think it's gonna brighten someone's day.
It makes you more relatable. And these are just things that happen to
Mhm.
everybody. And that's how you start talking.
Maybe that's how it is. You know,
It
I need to get
is.
offensive and get on the offense and make, you know, some relationships or something. But
Because just people want to know the real person actually going on in their life. Oh, you got a nail in your tire? Holy crap, me too. You know, it's regular things that happen to regular people. If you don't seem like a real person if you never have anything wrong.
yeah,
Or you don't tell anybody.
I think I am I'm an extrovert trapped inside an introvert.
I can believe that. The way you do your videos and sometimes I'm like, who is that?
Well, I think I am like inside I'm an extrovert, like but I'm filtered too much, you know. In a regular setting, you know. But if I really like,
I know because
was comfortable with other people, I would.
So many people who you know personally have said, "Oh my gosh, I saw Brandon's videos."
Well,
who's that? You know, you're just so outgoing, just away from other people.
Yeah, it's a different setting, like as opposed to just being one-on-one with someone, you know, and just like actually opening up and sharing life together and all that kind of stuff. And you know, it's.
But you've said before you want that.
Yeah.
But you have to let everything.
And I think I always want it on my own terms a lot of ways, you know, and that
doesn't always. What do you mean?
I don't know. I remember.
Be my best friend and let's never talk.
I remember when I became a Christian, like I remember like I longed for the day that my phone would stop ringing. And I wanted and eventually it did. It stopped ringing.
Wait, back up. You said you became a Christian?
Yeah, like it's weird. Like I wanted to kind of get away, and I didn't want to be called by like people. I wanted to just be on my own, and then eventually got on my own, and I'm on my own, and this phone stopped, and you know I just feel like, you know, like now I crave that again. I crave, you know, I don't even know what it was like. It was just like, you know, even like people that you're friends with, like, you know, like, and it's just we have different things that we're interested in, you know, and you're not doing the same things as them, you know, but I don't know what it was, but I just remember that like I wanted to kind of just get away and like not, you know, I wanted to kind of be on my own island kind of thing, and I just
at the time,
yeah,
and now you're like
I kind of like, yeah, and and then you kind of just you miss it, you know, kind of thing.
We got a big one.
A big one.
So I used to have a friend group, and in our friend group was a
Nakabi girl.
Yeah, a Nakabi girl, and the others are not. And I didn't know that she was until we hang out. I didn't hate her or anything.
Hate on her or anything.
Mm-hmm. But she kept shading. What does that say?
I don't see the rest of it.
Is it cut off on yours? You can scroll on it. You can scroll on it if you're able to on there. It might have cut it off from the screen. Like here, I can even pull it up.
I don't know how you scroll.
But
anyways, shading. Me and saying,
on Facebook.
Oh, you don't wear a hijab.
Hijab, yeah.
Yeah, hijab. Oh. Or why you're wearing like clothes that show part of your body or neck and stuff like that. And she hates a lot because I'm not like her.
Oh, that's really
that's intense.
Oh yeah. Well, so what's a hijab? What's that?
The head covering for the Muslim women who wear it.
Oh yeah.
Those things are cool. I heard of those.
I'm gonna pull all in there.
Is that how you say it? Hijab?
Hijab.
There was a.
Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry.
Oh well, man, I got so many questions about that, man. That's and so that's like I don't know. What do you think, honey, about that? It's just
so like she was judging you for not wearing it. Is that what we're getting?
So kind of like not being as conservative, like in like covering yourself.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Part of being a friend is accepting them for who they are and what they want to wear or do.
Yeah.
Which I already told you this before, but
that's tough.
Yeah, when your friends are asking you for advice and stuff, it's almost like you can tell them, but then they're gonna do what they want to do, and then you just gotta let them do it. You never say "I told you so" or "Why'd you do that?" You know, because lately I've just been nodding and listening, just
because a lot of people, they don't want really an answer from you or like what to do. They want to vent. They want to like kind of just, they have their own answer in their mind, and they a lot of times want you to validate it. And like I'm the same way. You have your opinion, what you think should happen. And if someone says something that's not exactly what you're wanting, you're not really going to receive it, you know?
And what is the weird thing that I do with you? If I want to do something, you're like, yeah, okay, maybe we can. And I go, then I'll flip it.
Like,
like maybe it's not such a good idea. Wait, don't agree to it yet. Like I'll fight for it. Maybe I'm just pushing a seat. I don't know.
Like what do you, because I'm probably thinking something different. What are you talking about?
Like it happens so much. Like, can we please do this or that or buy this? And you're like, okay, let's think about it. I go, no, it's too much, or no, never mind.
Oh,
and then we flip opinions completely.
Yeah, like even though we're alike in a lot of ways, like in a lot of ways we are completely different. We think completely different, you know. So yeah, I get that, you know, I understand that.
But then we flip it, and then we have the exact opposite opinion.
Maybe, but sometimes I think you're oppositional to me. Like if I think something, you sometimes just immediately take the devil's advocate position of it.
Sometimes I really just think that though.
Maybe that's it. What did you have, Bonnie?
There's two. The first one says, as I said, I became a Christian back when I was
Muslim.
I don't used to wear a hijab
oh, wow.
or any of
Muslim
clothes. But because of, assuming that's the country I live in, there's a
law which you wear abaya.
Oh my goodness! Wow. That's so. That's tough. I mean, in like a culture like that, that's like real life, you know. So
even back then, before you became a Christian. So let's say if you're a Muslim, you wear the hijab.
It's like you're either born a Muslim or you're born Christian. Like that's your identity. Like it's like a lot of times on your birth certificate. Like it's like you were born into that. You know. It's
so when you become a Christian, you don't have to wear all that anyway. But even before you became a Christian, she didn't wear that. That's what she's saying. She's in the friend group, and she was a Muslim.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Is that right?
When you're Muslim before you became a Christian, you didn't wear what she was wearing.
And then, so yeah, that's tough. I mean, like different cultures have different, like something that is in a more tropical climate, different places, they might think wear almost nothing and it seemed like it's just like accepted, you know, as opposed to just in where like they're at, you know, that's just part of the norms, you know, and you just gotta.
I know, and like here, even in like there's really ultra conservative Christians, like we're Christians. Ultra conservative says you can't wear pants, girls. You have to wear your hair long and never cut it. You cannot wear makeup. And she said, yeah, okay. She confirmed it. Yeah. Wow. So did that friendship not work out then?
That's tough.
Yeah.
So your friend is still a Muslim and you're a Christian? That's tough. I mean, because when we were like overseas, and Bonnie, don't do that. When we were overseas and just, I mean, we witnessed Muslims, some turn to Christ, you know, and it's like, and it's different. Like, and then some were like, their family would like, I remember one was saying like his dad was just like, I'll slit your throat, like kind of thing, you know, if you become a Christian. That is like a death sentence, you know, like if I remember that right. Like,
so if someone became a Christian, maybe you can tell us this. in countries where it's like that, do you just kind of hide it? Sadly, yeah, all the friend group didn't work out. Yeah, true.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I mean, well, going back to like my friends I've had for a long time, I have them because our commonality is Christ. One is in South Korea, still friends, haven't talked for a long time, but you know, they live kind of far away, but I see them more than the other people that live right next to me, just because you just feel so much closer to people who are Christians. When you're a Christian, I think.
I do. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like you meet somebody that you've never met before, and then like they're a Christian, you immediately have that connection.
Yeah, I remember like Fidelis. If you're out there, do you remember Fidelis?
Kind of.
Wonderful
I think
trainer man from the Y.
Maybe
he just started working there like a long time ago, and that's one of the first things he said. He's like, "I'm a Christian." I guess so am I, and like he just felt like a brother immediately. You know, just instant comfortableness between us, you know, or anybody. But that's just one example. But
yeah, it's like I know, like even where I work, you know, that like you immediately like somebody just met and they're a Christian, you just have that immediate connection. Like the thing that you love the most, the person you love the most, and your life is you have the same thing that you share. You know, it's like
it's crazy.
It's awesome. But it doesn't like you don't immediately. Not everything's always going to be hunky dory. Not everything's always going to be perfect. You're like with that person, you know what I mean? And just because you share the same like love for Christ, sometimes it can be even tougher. Sometimes I don't know, like if someone's a Christian, it's like you almost then you can't just kind of hide in the crowd. If someone they know you're a Christian, you know they're a Christian. It's like then you're both on the same level. And you can't just kind of go along with the crowd and kind of, so it's like you almost got to stand out and represent, you know, and that's can be tough.
But it's comforting knowing that there's someone else standing with you.
100%, yeah, 100, yeah, always, yeah. So, gosh, there's a law which is you wear a baya.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, what am I seeing then? I don't even know. But that's, I don't know if you can say where did she say where they're.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Maybe you shouldn't. But like, I'm so glad you jumped in. Yeah, it's a different world, you know, like everybody is going. I mean, that's like real. I mean, like the closest thing that we have to that level is almost kind of like the Amish, you know, it is like you get shunned by your family. It's like if you want to go out into the world, you know, even like because them becoming just a regular Christian is almost going out into the world.
Oh yeah,
because you're no longer. You have to stay within that kind of culture and that. Otherwise, you are kind of almost stepping out into darkness. You know, and that's what it's very tough. You know, I feel like you're gonna say something.
Yeah, but like just the shunning. You know, that's
what. Like there's a purpose.
Like you need to love people no matter what, no matter what they're doing or what even they believe. You know, God's gonna sort it out later. You know, if they really have a question about what's right or something, you build that relationship first, and then you ask the hard questions. What do you think about this or that? And you say, well, I actually think this.
Yeah,
you know, and they'll accept that a lot more than you just beating someone over the head with it and shunning them. You're doing that. I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Because that principle it's biblical, but it's I think taken in. Well, I think it's doing almost the steps that the Bible outlines, but maybe not doing it in the right way or doing it like on a right reason. Because like we are like as Christians, Paul lays that out. Like if someone sees their brother sinning, you're not supposed to even eat with your brother. And I think that's where they're taking that, you know, but they're seeing.
I think it's willful sin. They know they're doing something wrong, and they're still calling themselves a Christian, and they're just blatantly doing this sin, right?
Yeah.
And you're saying no, that's wrong. We can't represent Christ like that, right?
Yeah. And yeah, that's tough. I mean, like just like try to hash that out in the church today, in American church, like that's tough. I mean, like because we're all about not being judgmental and not judging anyone else's sins, and that's like, I mean, I I agree with that because like he was without sin, cast the first stone. It's like would be the worst person, but like I think that's why we need to shape up as much as we can and be confident and live with a clear conscience so that we can help others and instruct them in the right way. But I mean, like, how do you get to that point? That's tough. What do you have, Bonnie?
Another one says, yeah, I agree, and I'm moving away, so I don't care about them anymore. The only thing that I care about now is my family and my future.
Oh,
yeah. Sometimes you just have to leave them behind. Everybody, you just kind of move on.
Yeah.
Different people come in and out of your life. I mean, my best friend from kindergarten to 6th grade, like nothing really happened between us. We just kind of drifted apart, and that's okay. Sometimes people just come in and out for different reasons.
Sometimes you just need to start over and start fresh and not like.
And it's not just
that relationship can be toxic. It can just be bad for you and bad for them, and there maybe needs to be that separation so it can breathe, and then maybe you can come back together later, or there can be reconciliation if it's needed, or it can be just you go about and live your life in peace. They live their life in peace, or whatever, and everybody's different. That's tough. I mean,
yeah,
when people are going through real things, I mean, like a lot of times my real deals a lot of times don't have to do with social stuff with other people. It's kind of my own thing I'm going through a lot of times, and just my own anxieties, my own worries that I have in life. It's not necessarily I've made someone else mad or something like that, or not at peace with someone else, But I think I want that's why when we made that video a while back about are we doing Christianity wrong? Remember that? Or it was about something like that. And like I think it's just like within me, and I have the desire so much to be with other people, to be just completely just engulfed with other people and live in that setting. And that I think that's like I'm almost sometimes kind of an overreaction where I want that so much that I want all of the church to come together. And I've just listened to other people say stuff about it, like there can be beauty in the church of different parts of Christianity doing things different, just as we have different cultures and there's diversity and all that kind of stuff. And it doesn't have to be where we come uniform and all apart under one roof. I still want it to be like we're all under one roof, like physically, and all that. But I don't think that's maybe going to happen. And I think it is kind of like a lot of my perspectives and the way that I see everything is because of who I am inside and like what I've gone through and like what I even desire within me. Like I want that, camaraderie. I want that brotherhood, like, and it's like, I want it so much. I want it so much, like I would like literally want it so much. And where I think there's a lack of it within me that I don't feel it. Like I don't feel like I have it in the church. I don't feel like I have that in the church. And I think even like early on in my Christian life, I had that desire where I was looking for orthodox Christianity, and I was like trying to because like in the church that I'm at, I just feel isolated. I feel secluded. I feel like not close to anyone. Like, and I looked at other segments of Christianity, the Orthodox Church, and there really wasn't any ones close around us. Any churches like that. There are maybe some, but like I just had that within me, and I was even then trying to like you think like do they got it because like that part of Christianity feels like it seems like they're closer together but maybe it's just me, maybe it's just me in a lot of ways.
I think it's part of you not really opening up and sharing the ugly parts of your life.
We took a drink at the same time. Oh yeah, and that's a good segue. Yeah, if we got our new mugs. Podcast Studios, you should check out the store, podcaststudios.store, and our website as well. This woman is putting a lot of things together. She's driving that front. She's doing a wonderful job. So you should go check it out. and all the amazing things she's put together.
It's fun to make.
You're good at it. You're very good at it.
I'm honestly getting better. I gotta go back and see the first things I did. It's a learning curve. Okay.
I think I see that exactly with my journey as creating videos. Like whenever I first started, I was like, how do I even create a podcast? I didn't know. It took me over a month to figure out how to QuickTime. QuickTime is like just to record yourself on a computer. It took like a month for me to figure that out.
I know. I remember us being down here and you're like, how do you do a podcast? Like, where do you go? What do you do? Like, I still don't know, but obviously you figured it out if you look in this room.
I mean,
but you've done it.
I feel like I still don't know anything, but like,
okay. You just need to pan around this room.
Even my videos, like my early videos, and even they're so cringe.
But you knew
my early videos are so cringe, and even now I'm probably gonna look back a year from now and just think, it's hard for me to watch a video I made like a month ago. You know, it's like, and I'm just always just striving to get better. And I know any creator that's out there that's making stuff, it's like, I think you just got to keep doing it. You just got to do it, and you got to do it, and you got to do it over and over and over, and just figure out, like, a lot of the terminology that creators use never made sense to me. When people talked about pacing and all this parts of a video, and don't scream in the camera, and I heard something really cool lately. I'm always watching videos, YouTube videos, and just devouring them. But when you're making videos, don't talk to the camera. Don't just talk at a camera, but talk to the person behind the camera, because there is a real person behind the camera, you know, and it's not, and I think that's what I need to do more as opposed to just talking at. I see you, Bonnie. Are you just 1 second, baby?
Okay.
I love the room. Oh,
thank you so much. Yeah, thank you very much.
You only see a little bit. There's a bunch over there.
Yeah, and
there's a mega desk over here with about 15 screens and lights.
I've been trying to get everything situated, and next week I'm actually going to. My goal is I want to start streaming every day in the morning. My goal is to stream and do it as a podcast like that, and then just release it. Hopefully, technology permitting, I'm able to do that. You know, we'll see.
Better go to bed a little bit earlier.
I don't want to. Yeah, we already know about sleep is no fun for me.
But you must.
But you do feel so much better when you sleep. But I also think we always talk about sleep. I think once you sleep, once you give into that temptation of sleep, all you're going to do is want to sleep more. And you're going to just wake up even tireder the next day.
No.
Sometimes, if you sleep a lot, it's like almost that balance. You got to hit that perfect window of how long to sleep and wake up, you know?
You have to listen to your body and know what's right for you.
Dad, I remember you made that little short video where you said, like, does anyone have trouble with sleep or something?
Yes, I do not want to sleep.
Should I tell my embarrassing thing yesterday morning?
Always. What's your embarrassing thing, Jesse? What? What?
It was like, what time was it? 6.
Oh, you're talking about what I saw?
Yeah.
Why?
Is it that thing?
Why would you think it was embarrassing? Okay, go ahead. You can just.
Okay, so the baby started crying, so I started to get up really quick to go warm up the bottle because, long story, I couldn't feed him myself, and got up too quickly and I passed out.
I just saw you got up and you were walking over there and you just went and you fell backwards like.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you did.
No.
Huh?
That's why Dad screamed.
I screamed?
And you said that.
I said that. I do. I'm so glad you don't cuss, Bonnie. I'm so glad you don't cuss, even though you've heard me cuss a million times.
You were like tired, but you tried to go quick or something?
What? You just got up too quick?
It's called orthostatic hypotension. It's low blood pressure. So when you're asleep, the blood is pooling in your legs, and you have to give yourself some time to get up. Otherwise, the blood leaves it doesn't get up to your brain or something. I don't know. And I passed out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
but it wasn't for that long. I didn't
know you. I just thought you just fell down. You just fell backwards.
I fainted. Or was that?
Did you hurt
you just thought I tripped and fell?
I just thought you fell backwards.
I passed out.
If you're walking forward, you don't just
well,
trip
yeah.
Did it feel hurt?
No, but something is really hurting in my neck today, and I wonder if that's it.
Don't.
And then I think you thought I was having
Don't. I'm gonna be like Biden and Kamala. Don't.
I thought that you thought I was having a stroke or something because I was like, go get the water heating up. You're like,
That's all you're
what?
worrying about?
Yes, because then he's just gonna takes forever to warm up a bottle, and he's just gonna be crying.
Well, Jesse, I don't think that's an embarrassing story. I think that's good, and maybe not good.
It's
I'm
an
thankful you didn't get hurt.
entertaining story,
I'm
though.
thankful you didn't get hurt worse than you did. You know, so.
But like that happened once before, like when I was younger. But
it has.
Yeah, like I got out of bed, and I was really dizzy, and so I put my hand. I like leaned against the wall, and then I woke up like this, laying flat on my back on the ground.
Honey, gosh.
So everyone, when you get up out of the bed in the morning, you need to work your calves, like up and down, like do this, and that will pump the blood back up to your brain.
She's not lying. She's a health teacher and a PE teacher.
Before you get out of bed.